Hi there everyone, and I have one more very interactive chess game to show you. So in this game we have Mikhail Botvinnik, the 6th world chess champion, and his opponent is a Soviet chess master, Vladimir Alatortsev, who competed in many Soviet chess championships. So this is the Soviet chess championship from 1931, Moscow. So let's see what happened. Mikhail Botvinnik starts the game with d4, and we know that Mikhail Botvinnik was the most important rival of Mikhail Tal, the biggest rival of Tal. And Tal defeated Botvinnik and became world champion, and then Botvinnik defeated Tal and reclaimed his title. He take his title back. So c4, g6, and we have King's Indian defense, the Saemisch variation, very popular. So castling, bishop to e3, e5, and then developing the knights, and queen to d2. So d5, gaining some space, and knight to e7, g3. So Botvinnik wants to place his bishop on g2, f5, bishop to g2, f takes, knight to f6, h3, not allowing knight to g4, b6, b3, king to h8, and then g4. So basically advancing with the pawns, and at the correct time Botvinnik wants to push his g-pawn and unleashing an attack from the h-file, opening the h-file and attacking the king. But first he is planning to bring his knight to g3, because after pushing the pawn, if knight to h5, knight takes knight, and creating important weakness. So we see knight back, repositioning the knight, and actually black's pieces is not doing very well. You can see that this bishop doesn't fire anything. And this bishop is also not a very good piece, because all of the pawns of white is in the light squares, so this bishop is very inactive. And this knight was also very inactive, so black wants to remaneuver his knight and place it in a more active spot. So knight to g3, as I said, bishop to d7, and then Botvinnik castled from the queen side, and his intention is very obvious. Again, he wants to unleash a kingside attack, so he castled from the queen side. We have h6, and then g5, finally g5. You can see that knight to h5 is not possible. So h takes on g5, but not bishop takes h4. So this is his whole idea. Bishop to g4. And what happens if trying to close? It is impossible, because pushing the pawn, and if trying to close again, pushing the pawn again, and this pawn is like tsunami. It's impossible to stop. So if knight takes, the bishop is pinned, then the bishop is stuck, then bishop takes on g5 and the knight is pinned, and this is all over for black. This knight is also pinned. So h4, bishop to g4, and it is actually not very easy to prevent to open the h-file. So capturing with check, also attacking the knight, blocking, and then blocking the bishop and activating this knight. Knight to e7, and then lifting the rook up, and black actually can't go back, because then we will take the knight. Pawn takes, rook takes, and disaster time. So queen to d7, and it is white to move. Now Botvinnik doubles and building his army on the h-file, so unpinning the knight, and it is white to move. Now white has a very nice move, a very nice tactic. So let me give you a few seconds. If you want, you can also pause the video and try to guess the next move while I'm enjoying my coffee at 2 a.m. I'm a terrible example, of course. Okay, so Mikhail Botvinnik captured the bishop with the rook. Did you see this move? What else? This is the only move for not losing material. Accepting the exchange sacrifice, but white is getting something very important in return. Did you see the move? Bishop to h3 by Mikhail Botvinnik, so this is why he sacrificed the exchange to trap the queen. Queen to f3. But if the other safe spot, then bishop to e6 check, and that's a discover attack to the queen, and we can capture the queen. It's all over. So again, rook takes, queen takes, bishop to h3, queen to f3, but now rook to f1, trapping the queen. And black is in big trouble, so we see knight takes on g3, bishop to e6, and Mr. Vladimir Alatortsev resigned. The possible continuation, actually this bishop check is also very precise. So if moving the king, we capture the queen. And if capturing the rook, then knight takes on g3 and getting back the material is impossible. Because if rook takes knight, then we have check and black is getting checkmated. There is no reasonable defense. That's the only continuation, getting checkmated if capturing the knight. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed watching this, and I hope to see you next time with more interactive chess games. Take care and bye bye.